Hi, Nova. Hi, hi. Hello, Tebow. Is my audio at the right settings? Kinda. Can you guys hear my washing machine when I talk in the background, or is it... I think it's cutting it out when I'm not talking, but for some reason it's like extra loud right now. I guess usually I'm not doing laundry while I'm streaming, but kind of a necessity right now. Nova really is starved because she's joining the stream at the speed of light. True. I was already on Twitch. Nice. Feel it. Okay. What am I forgetting? Ads. Classic. Okay, that's done. I need chat. Chat. Check. Grot. Ba dum ba dum. Do 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 roo roo. True. You're not wrong, Grot. I'll tell you what. Nova's here. Yay, indeed. Indeed, indeed. What am I doing today? So I haven't really thought about what I'm doing on stream yet because I guess I know what I'm doing. I just haven't really set up as much because I've been trying to get ready for my trip that was pushed to tomorrow instead of Sunday. So gotta get out of here while the getting's good. A trip? Yeah, I'm helping my dad move, so it's not gonna be like the most fun thing, but it's gonna be a lot of work, but at least I'll get to hang out with my dad and yeah. But I live in the south and we are getting 9 inches of snow. Is that just not working? Oh, I have it muted.
With baby turtles beats trip 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 with baby turtles. Okay,
that's enough. Oh yeah, it's going to be similar here where I am. Yeah, it's like not like 9 inches of snow, which in the south they are not equipped for that. And that is going to be not great. 9 inches, yeah, it's crazy. Hello, DDP. Hello. Also, hi, Tuna. W Sun. Indeed. I try. Let's I guess technically there's 22 more seconds on the ad. Although most of you are talking, so I assume you're out. So let's just go to my full camera for a minute. Don't take me out of context, by the way. That's too big. Oh, yeah. Truth. Too late. We already did. Stocked up on food. Yeah, I'm not even gonna be here, so it's like it doesn't really matter. I do have a bunch of food, but my biggest worry is my cat. I need to close this door. My laundry is like so loud right now. Oh, much better. Yeah, I'm mostly worried about my kitty. Because usually my family takes care of her. And it should be fine. I just don't want power to go out because she's got an auto feeder and whatnot, but I'm just gonna leave extra food out for her and it should be okay. But But she should be able to be checked on and all that. So it's like one of those things that's it's fine, but I'm worrying about it anyway, you know? I need to warm to Kitty, indeed. Make her a little fort that she can climb into. She's so fluffy though. She, you know, I'm sure she usually is like goes outside on the I have a little catio for her, so she can just kind of go out there whenever she wants, and she still goes out there on cold days. So I don't think she minds the cold too much because she is the fluffy one, you know. I need to turn on the lights behind me. I suppose I don't need to do it, but you gotta have the cool lighting set up behind you. You know what I mean? You know what you mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. But yeah, it's gonna be snowy as heck, especially for here, which we are not equipped for. So I had to push my flight to tomorrow instead of Sunday, so I can get out of here before it gets bad. Because Sunday is literally the day it's supposed to, like, all the snow is supposed to happen. So it's like, all right, I need to get out before that's a problem. But yeah, so I've been like packing and doing laundry and doing dishes and all that kind of stuff. So I just like have a clean house before I leave. Don't have like dishes sitting in the sink and then come back and it's gross or something. But yeah, so I've been just doing that kind of stuff before I have to leave, which I was planning on doing like tomorrow, but now I'm leaving tomorrow. So there we are. That's my life. Let's see. Let's look at what we have to do today. Let's go here. Now this is the coldest winter in the last +5 years over here by a long shot. Dang. We made Grot's little guy. So we technically just have Perditious' little guy that's left as far as little guys go. We do need to take a look at this. This might be maybe a today thing. Probably not though. We need to like figure out. Well, actually, I guess I did this. I already did the numbers. We just might need to set up the board for this once we do the once we're finished with all the beta stuff, but we do need to make the game so it's fair for testing, because I want to get the game to a ready point where we can do a bunch of play tests once the new update comes out. So other than that, Perditious gave me a idea, or like what he wanted for his little guy, because the last one was like the little librarian one. It was let's see here. It was this one. And he actually wanted this for one of his games, which is kind of cool. So it's on the stack. Yeah. I just didn't feel like digging through that. That was equally as difficult. Which ended up just being like a chalk, like this kind of thing. I decided to do it full anyway, just for the fun of it. But I do need to do another one. His game's like a what's it called? Like a school-based game, like where everything's like school-related, I guess. School-themed, I guess, is the idea. So everything's like chalk drawings. And he said that he wanted the next one to be the next one he wanted, because he got one more, and then once we're done with that, we're all caught up on the little guys, at least for now. The study supervisor. I don't know what that looks like. You know what I mean? Like, how do you draw chalk zone? Welcome to the chalk zone. I can't think of the Twilight Zone theme song while other music is playing. Anyway. Today there are a ton of, hey, there's a ton outside. almost slipped like 10 times. I'm assuming snow or ice, both, I would assume. But yeah. Also today I got an email. I got a gift sub to some random Twitch channel I don't even watch. I mean, that does happen. If you usually, I think the requirement is you've at least been in the stream, but I think we talked about this a little bit before. But yeah, I was talking about how I got like a ton of random gift subs. Usually they're all channels I've been to though. I was wondering if people had gotten gift subs for Neurosama after she broke the hype train record twice. I was like, are some random people getting that? But that's, you know, that was like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, or a week, I don't know, whatever. Yeah, I've gotten a bunch of those lately. Yeah. I open on Twitch on my phone, it automatically opens a stream for some reason. But now I have new emotes. There you go. I guess that's fair. That's nice. Free emotes. We'll take them, you know? I think also the holidays, a lot of people... a lot of people have... like the holidays, a lot of people were getting extra gift subs because of all that kind of stuff. So I think a lot of people are getting more of those lately, but maybe I'm wrong. Anywho, yeah, so we're drawing Perditious' little guy or we're working on more cards because we have a bunch more cards to get done. I just don't, like, my brain isn't coming up with something for a study supervisor. Like, what is that different? Like, how do we make that different from like the librarian or a teacher? Or I wasn't sure if y'all would have any ideas. Yes, open land or spell. What are you feeling like? I don't know. I guess maybe the expression where they're looking down on their glasses. Yeah, I guess we could just do something like similar to the little guy that we have, like the librarian one. Just maybe. My cat's so funny because I close the door and she can go around to the other side, but she's pawing at the door that's closed. Girl, go around. Yeah, go around. She's yelling back at me. She's like, meow. What? What? Why are you yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. He's sniffing my ear. Making sure you're doing work. Yeah, I guess that could work. It's kind of hard to like do that in this style, but I can see like maybe a pencil tucked behind the ear or something. Ear, quote unquote, because little guys don't really have an ear. I think I should do this though, because that gets us done with all the, girl, you can go the other way. You can go the other way. Yeah, the pencil idea. I should just do this because then I'm done with all the little guys and all the rewards for whatever, and it's a good warm up. What is this emote? It's the little little cat dance. I'm a fan of the cat dance. Yeah, maybe we do like the glasses below the eyes, like and then maybe like more of like squinted eyes, you know, like kind of like you know. Okay, that's giving me an idea. And then pencil behind the ear, and that should be good. Doesn't need to be anything too crazy. Okay, fine. I'll leave the door open a crack. Gosh. There you go. You can go in and out as you please. Kittens. So what are we doing? We're doing Perdicious's little guy, his reward. And then we're going to be doing a card after that. This will be our warm-up. Why am I not? Oh, because I turned off the follower thing. Sorry. 2 is here, of course. Unleash the Bald. There you go. Do many people have a bald redeem that are like not a VTuber? Am I the first flesh tuber to have a bald redeem? 2's just slinging redeems. Wait, I looked up a tutor of sorts. Say you're give some hair so it feels different from librarian. I can see that too. Yeah. Wait, don't forget to push this. I'm working on it. Push up time. Bald toggle IRL. That's what I'm saying. By the way, I feel like my muscles are actually getting bigger from from these push-ups, which is kind of funny. I feel like it's actually working. Even though it's like some push-ups every now and then. What are these emotes? Sometimes you just need to be put in a jar, you know? Hell yeah, brother, indeed. Oh God, that one hurts my brain. Is this someone we randomly rated, or is it someone that just randomly? Probably not. I feel like I've seen it before, but maybe not. No idea. Anyway, okay. Away we go. It's weird. I feel like can you not click on an emote and see where it came from? Huh, weird. Anyway, if I ever do VTubing with my Cyclops dude, I'll have a redeem where he takes over the fedora, but it's like takes the hair off the too because the wig's glued to the hat. Yeah. Takes off, not over. Gotcha. You can see the first few letters. Or click on it. Yeah. Sounds called Rose. I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's interesting. Not that it really matters, but yeah, no idea. Nope, never heard of you. Busting. Anyway, moving on. Also Kirby emotes, heck yeah. Dun 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 dun. I've also been thinking about doing new music after. Was it Tebow who brought that up yesterday? Or not yesterday, but last stream. My one Kirby emote. It's a good one. I like that. I don't think I have any Kirby emotes. Okay. Yeah, so maybe some hair. Let's just do a sketch. I don't know why this is the colors I have. There we go. I'm almost thinking like we do more like squinty eyes. Well, it might just look like eyebrows then. That might be the problem. Unless we maybe make them more rounded. What if we do the round eye? And then I'm gonna zoom in and enhance. I don't know if we can successfully do the, let's just do it this way. Let me get rid of the glasses and see how far we can push it on a different layer. I do like the squinted look though. I think it's like, making sure you're not up to no good, you know? Wait, another one. Chef Kirby. I like the cat dance. Cat dance is good. Have you ever seen the like, I think it's like a Tangia thing. The it's like he's like wearing a sombrero and has like this it kind of doesn't work because the mouth is so weird. Where he has a little sombrero and it's like the whole song. Yeah, I know the one. Yeah, Nova knows it. Nova knows the one. That one's a good one. Maybe he just doesn't have a mouth. And maybe we give him eyebrows. A whole new look, you know what I mean? I guess the pencil being behind this ear is going to be more noticeable. Here, we just need to have some brain rot for a second. Hold on. I don't know how loud this is going to be. Also, there's going to be probably an ad. There's an ad. We can mute it. Sorry. Hold. This is it. On. How loud is this? Loud on my end, but not loud on your end. Okay, that's it. It's over. That was it. Your daily dose of brain rot. If you want to show some age, you can give him a hairstyle where it's bald on top, yeah, like a bald on top and hair on the sides. Yeah, I was thinking about that, like a receding hairline kind of look. Okay, I thought it reacted, but I didn't yet. Yeah, I think you mentioned doing music some time ago. Here's what we make. I tried a little bit the other day, and just for the fun of it, and it didn't go well, and I was like, eh. Every now and then I just take a little stab at it, and then it's just like nothing, and I'm like, I don't know. I think I need someone to teach me how to use FL Studios. This isn't looking right. Okay, I need to get rid of the, well, let me just draw the feet in here, and then I'm gonna get rid of the underlay because it's throwing me off at this point. The sketch, if you will. Yui, hello! Check stream chat. I will. You can't tell me what to do. You're not my dad. I think you put it in the wrong one. You put it in game dev. But I got you. You done goofed. Yo, that's not my dad. That's a cell phone. True. Threw it on the ground. What up, Checks? How you living? I forgot we were streaming today. Thank God I always have Twitch open. There you go. Indeed. I think that's it. I think we did it. Let me turn off this, see what it looks like. I almost want to make the eyebrows like bushier looking by doing like lines like this. I don't know, we're gonna start drawing the final line art already and see how it goes. I could maybe see giving him like a little piece of paper though, like a little, like maybe a clipboard. He's got like tucked in here. He's a supervisor after all, and supervisors must have clipboards. It's a rule. I think that's it. Yo, remembered I needed to Twitch Prime. Heck yeah. Just like everyone else here, am I right? True. Did you sign into study hall yet? Actually, perfect. I have to edit so many videos or have so many videos to edit into one video from high school English department Instagram. Ah, I missed editing so much. I've been like thinking about that a lot lately. I'm like, I haven't like worked on a video in a while, and I'm like, I don't know, how do I feel about editing? Because I keep like dragging my feet on it. I have like a mental block on editing. And I'm like, do I not like editing, or am I like, it's not even like, do I dislike it? I don't know. 'Cause I don't think I don't like it. I just think that, I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna block on it. I think it's honestly probably mostly like all the frickin' just like I paid way too much attention to like analytics and stuff, and I think that kind of just was not great for my brain. And I should just work on things I want to work on, and then it'll turn out fine. I don't know, man. I've been struggling to come up with or make a video for a while. Trying my best, but I'm working on a one for the game jam like now, but I don't know what to say. Because honestly, I think that's like the biggest thing for our growth. Like, we've always had better growth when I've been doing coming out with videos more frequently. We've talked about this like 10,000 times, so I don't need to go too crazy with talking about it, but you know how it is. I want to have long philosophical discussions with this guy. This guy right here, yeah, looks pretty smart. I'm working on a video essay this week. Nice. What kind of what's the topic, if you don't mind saying? Do you like video essays? They are fun. Just a lot of work, you know. He's just slightly disapproving, you know. Well, I like creative collage editing, not just boring video editing. Yeah, I guess there's a difference. Like I really like the like visual what's it called? Like, I like doing motion graphics and stuff, but then like sometimes just boring editing can be just a whole thing, you know. I don't know. Like, I feel like making like music videos, or you know, like kinetic typography stuff would be pretty sick. You know, I think I'm gonna draw the eyebrows in with, well, I guess I'd just do it this way. This eyebrow looks a little wrong now. I guess it's kind of important that he looks good without just as line art, because he's going to be sort of chalk style, so Oh god, I'm behind. I have a whole board of stuff I use if you want to take a look at. In what way? Sorry, I don't know what you mean by that. I gotta go for a bit. All right, Tebow, see you in a bit. Oh, I love video essays. Indeed. I've been thinking about writing a lot, asking questions like, would anyone actually like this? And I realize it only matters if I like it, because if I try appealing to other people before myself, then it wouldn't have the motivation to make it in the first place. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm starting to realize that more, because I feel like I'm just like bogging myself down by being like, I mean, I think there is like, you should probably make something that people like, but I think it's, you don't have to kill yourself over it, you know? You kind of just gotta there's gotta be some sort of in between, because if you just like you have to find a way to make what you like appealing to other people. But I think if you're just genuinely enjoying what you're doing, I think that appeals to most people, you know? Like, I think that's why most of you are here. You know, I don't want to speak for you, but you've kind of said it before, you know? It's like most people just like to be here because, you know? Because you enjoy being here. And it's not like, I don't know, because I enjoy doing what I'm doing, you know? Like, if I'm not doing armies and doing something else, like drawing little guys, I think, you know, most of you would stay here for, you know, that kind of stuff. You know? I don't know. And maybe it would change eventually. Like, if I had started, you know, change my streaming completely, like if I started doing something else completely different, then maybe people wouldn't like that. But I think the same goes for like staying stagnant for too long, you know? Like, if I do the same thing over and over and over again, people are going to get bored of that too. It's all interesting. Anyway. Videos about Streamageddon results. Oh, right. Yeah. I forgot you were doing all the... Maybe video essay isn't the right term, but my whole thing is it worth it as a smaller streamer? I would love to know. B-Man, if you want to do an off-stream chat about videos and potential ideas and shmeeps, let me know. Yeah, for sure. It's not even like ideas that's like the problem, you know? It's like it's just being motivated to do it. I'm usually pretty good at like being disciplined to do it, but I don't know, I just like, even that's kind of fallen off, you know? Like, I feel like I'm not as motivated as I used to be, or disciplined even. I think I'm just kind of bogged down by the whole, just all of it, you know? I've gotten two in my head and I need to find a way to like reset that, but I haven't figured that out yet. File, save it. Let's save this before I look at all these little guys. See, there's a little mushroom little guy that I feel like I made just for randomly, and I feel like he belongs on the stack. I feel like we need to include him, because I feel bad that he's just on his own, you know? He's the only little guy not on the stack. It kind of feels wrong, you know what I mean? What's this guy called? Study supervisor? Yes. Okay. We'll color him in just because. Just so he fits on the stack. It's honestly really almost all creative work is about finding the right audience and doing that thing you would like would help you so much, right? Speaking of music videos, what about your first ever YouTube video? What of my first ever YouTube video? Oh. Oh yeah. Sorry, it was taking me a minute to remember what my first ever YouTube video was. Yeah, there you go. I think I did what every kid did, and I did like edits of existing content, and I took like Bionicle footage and I and I made music videos out of that. That was super cool, you know? I'm sad that most of you are probably too young to have known Bionicle, at least when it was good, you know? That hurts me slightly. I shouldn't really care too much about like how perfectly this is colored, because again, it's not really going to be just make his hair the same color as his clipboard. Keep our color palette limited. But yeah. The colored version, I might make his eyebrows the same color too, but my Pinterest board, if you need inspo, we'll click on it. Editing template inspo. Ah, very cool. It's very cute. Lots of cute things. Nice. I like it. Cool. Check it out. I did. You can just scroll past quickly. Yeah, I see it. It's very cool. I like it. I like it. Very nice. I think a really important thing is how you present the things you make to market it. If you look at a game like Raid Shadow Legends, it's atrocious. Sorry, I can't read. And has so few redeeming qualities that you can basically say there are none, but the marketing carries it so hard because it makes it look way better. True. Didn't even see checks come in because I was yapping so hard. High legend. Indeed. Checks the legend. Ideas is a simple thing. Ever execution is where the blood boils and goes through. Things go wrong. Indeed. I have no idea what Bionicle is. Oh, that hurts me. As one of the younger people here, I have so many Bionicles. Okay. I'm good. That's good. But you probably had the Bionicle reboot Bionicles, right? Or was it? I don't know. What the hey? Indeed. Yo, tuna. Yeah. I think Yui's the youngest one here, so it kind of makes sense. If someone didn't know what Bionicles were, it'd be Yui. You may need to show off your old sprites. I guess I should at some point. I did want to do like a show off my old art stream. I think that would be kind of a fun one. you know? I guess the other guy had eyebrows too, didn't he? It's just teachers have eyebrows, I guess, you know what I mean? I don't know what I mean. Do we give him blushies? Nah, it won't even matter. This is basically all we need to do anyway. We just need to do the shading now. Okay, shading. Dark blue. Actually, let me do a little smidge right here. Let me do this. Let me do Zam. Actually, it's more like this one. Let me do that as soft light. And that's him, I think. I used to hate Legos as a kid. You're insane, first of all. Second of all, I used to play with these other things where you build an amusement park, like connect it with the this thing that makes everything move, like connects. I don't know. And move the neck, everything move, and I would put my dolls and stuff in and stuff. Nice, nice. As someone in school, yes, they have eyebrows. True, you're right. Legos were my favorite toy because I loved making up characters and stories for them. Yeah, same. Same. Legos are by far my favorite toy. Yeah, we'll just put it in real quick and see what we think. I feel like blushes aren't going to make sense here, but yeah, especially because it's kind of like hidden by his glasses, you know. Yeah, we're just gonna leave it out. All right, he's done. We could actually wait, Han. Give him some crow's feet. As I call them. Nah, okay, he's done. File, export. File, export, PNG. Look at all these little guys, you know? Study supervisor, export. Do this one, file, export, PNG. No VG. And then we want to just do one without this, and then we do a overlay. Hit OK, and then we file, export, PNG. What do we call it? Chalk? Yeah. Cool. Okay. Okay, let's add some little guys to the stack, and then we will work on a card. Also, I gotta send these to Pernicious real quick because I feel bad that I've taken so long. Well, I guess part of it was we kind of had it back and forth. That's not really like that big of a deal. Where the heck is it? There he is. Okay. Let's add some little guys. All right, while I do that, think about what you guys might want to see. Do you want to see a land or a spell? Do you care? Do you not care? All right, little guys. Got a reset transformation. I'm gonna put this little mushroom guy in there because, again, I feel bad that he's just not in there. You know, it's just wrong. All the guys deserve representation, you know? Well, guys. You know when you like assign meaning to a little character that doesn't need it? You're like, this thing has feelings. It's like, it doesn't. It's just a drawing. But you have to do it anyway. Because then you feel guilty. There we go. Go on the stack. People wonder whose little guy that is, but that is just a original little guy without any other meaning. But sometimes things don't have meaning, you know? What am I doing? Image. Study supervisor. Oh, wait, I need to... I think this is fine. Transform, edit transform. 500 by 500. I could have done this actually way easier. I should, well, whatever, it's fine. It's too late now. There we go. God, they're getting so tiny. We will have to do scrolling little guys at some point. All right, there we go. Little guy's done. I want a hero, but I think we gotta make more lands and spells. I mean, we could, no, we don't have time to do a hero. If I were happy to do a longer stream today, I would do a hero. But because my flight was pushed, I'm not going to do that. Because otherwise I would draw a mermaid. This is the reboot. I think this is my first one. Yeah, that's the reboot. I don't even know if that's Bionicle, is it? Isn't that Hero Factory? Technically not Bionicle. Spell, but it doesn't matter either way. Supervisor look cool, deserves to be on top. True. He's pretty rad. We've got, so okay, as far as spells go, yeah, I mean, the only two heroes we have left are me as a hero, which we could do. If we want to do a hero, we could do basically a background with me, because we're gonna do a self insert of me in armor. So if we wanted to do that, we could do that one. I'm not drawing a new hero today because I'd rather get something accomplished and be done than have work like half done when I'm gone and then be thinking about it too much, you know? I'd like to be able to get stuff done. So we could do me as a hero because basically that all I have to do is draw a background. And maybe a weapon for myself. So that could be kind of cool. As far as spells go, we have counteroffensive, which I don't know exactly how that would look as a spell. We could always change it, what it does, but it gives units equal to, or like what the name is, but gives units equal to the number of minions on the board. You may place units wherever you like. I would assume it's just going to be like, honestly, I feel like it would just end up looking something like, like our other similar abilities. Let's see. That was the right one. What am I doing? Like one of these. Right? It'd look like this or this, but maybe with minions on the opposite side, right? So we could do that for counteroffensive. That'd be pretty easy. Dispel would be kind of cool. I want to look at like Magic the Gathering, like counter spell MTG. We could just do some like kind of like cool magical explosion thing or similar. So that'd be pretty cool. That would be easy and just fun to draw. We have one that's growth, but with triggered effects. I don't know what that would be. Because growth is, you know, all unit effects are done. But I don't know what that would be, like triggering all triggered effects would be, what the name of that would be. So if anyone has a name for that, that would be cool. And then we have one that's like allow any card to attack, which I don't know what that would be, like militia or something, you know, is what I could see that one being, something like that. But yeah. You close all this extra stuff. I don't need a reference of receding hairlines anymore. I kind of like Dispel. Should we do that? I think Dispel, or we could do... Let's just do Dispel. I think it'll be fun. And buy us some altruism stuff. What do we even have for altruism stuff? Oh, Dispel is an altruism spell. So, so that is a, that would work. Pernicious says, "Oh my God, I love it." So he likes the art. So that's a win. Okay. Well, this is an altruism thing. We actually only have Dispel and Cave for altruism left, and that's done. Maybe we could do both those today and just get that deck done. Because you gave him so much personality. Yeah, honestly, I'm surprised how well it worked. Like, how many teachers can you draw? Well, they still look unique, you know? So that's kind of fun. Okay. Okay, beat later. Talk later. Got a meeting to go to. All right, dude. Appreciate you stopping in. Appreciate you being here. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Dispel. What kind of colors do we have for most of our spells? I feel like whatever the opposite. I guess we've got a bunch of blue ones. We got some red ones. Blue is the most common color. I know we have purple and yellow. I don't know. I'm imagining kind of more blue still. Maybe it goes blue. Yeah, why? It's really fun to draw a unique person first and apply the profession or whatever they are. Makes it interesting if they don't fit the profession, because then you're asking, will push them toward this job. Yeah, I agree with that, but there's also like it depends on what you're going for. I think like good characters are definitely put that way. But I also think like it's a little different when you're trying to do something just like easily, instantly recognizable, you know? So I think there's like a little bit of difference there between those. But I don't know, maybe that's just my thoughts on it. I'm thinking, so here's my, but yeah, you know, it's interesting to like draw that line, right? I'm thinking like a blast, right? That kind of, you know, Kamehameha that kind of just hits a thing and then just turns to like little particles, you know? I don't know. Ads will be coming in 3 minutes. Make sure all things, I think there's a goal in the middle to find, which is a challenge. Yeah, that's true. I think pretty much anything in life is there's always a middle ground. I don't quite like this. I'm trying to figure out what Dispel would look like. I was looking at Magic the Gathering cards. Dispel. Magic. Oh, this is 5e, is what I accidentally typed. Let's do an MTG. I accidentally typed 5e because it was like that's kind of cool. Where are we going? I guess this is almost what I was imagining, where it kind of turns from one thing to another. I mean, do I like the idea of lightning better? Like, it's kind of what they have. They have like, you know, a lightning bolt and it hits a thing and then kind of zaps around. Doesn't really feel like dispelling, you know? It's weird because the point of extremes is to be repulsed by them and be pushed to the golden middle, but tribalism in society flips that on its head. Yeah, that's true. I don't know if the point of extremes is to be repulsed by them. That's an interesting thought. That isn't something I have considered. Anyway, we're hitting an ad, so let's do an ad and then we'll come back and then we'll get started on this card. I gotta make sure to throw my laundry in, so we'll be right back. This is Armies Against Entropy, a cooperative trading card game where you and a friend face the relentless onslaught of the old gods and their monstrous hordes. Choose your god, expand your domain, build mighty structures, and rally great heroes to defend this world you call home. Stand together, fight back, and strike down the old gods before they unmake all of existence. In this handcrafted game, every card, rule, and monster was created from scratch, and it continues to evolve, shaped by the hands of everyone who plays it. If that sounds fun to you, stick around, and I'll show you all the ways you can play the game and how to play it. If you need a specific part of the video, everything is timestamped, so you can just jump to exactly what you need. Getting into it, first you will need the game. Currently, there are 3 main ways to play it. Tabletop Simulator. This is a $20 Steam game where you can load the Armies Against Entropy mod and it's ready to play. Screentop.gg, another digital board game hosting service. It's a little less feature rich, but completely free to use, making it the most accessible option for players. All you need is an account. Print and play. If you prefer a physical version, there are several options available, including a printer-friendly version. You can find links to all these versions either on my website or my Discord server, which you can find in the description. The Discord is also a great way to send feedback, give ideas, and find someone to playtest the game with, as the game is still a work in progress. Both on my Discord and my website, you will find a fully illustrated rulebook. I'll be going over almost everything here that's covered in there, but if you prefer a written version to reference, well, it's there. Okay, now that you can actually play the game, let me tell you how to play it. First, let me explain the goal. Your goal is to work together with a friend to defeat the old god. To do this, you will place cards on your turn, divert units to grant your cards more power, and attack the enemy forces. Once you've cleared the way, you can strike down the old god. Though be careful, the old gods look to do the same. Using their automated deck, they can attack you with powerful cards, dismantling your forces. If they can destroy all your cards, they can attack your god, and you lose the game. To play Armies Against Entropy, you'll require a few components. At least 2 decks of player cards. Currently, the game is balanced around 2-player experience, but there are alternate game modes you can try out if you're feeling wild and crazy. Most of those are listed in the rulebook themselves at the end. You'll also need an Old God card deck, a minion deck, and unit tokens. In the digital versions, these are provided for you, but if you're playing a print and play, I would recommend poker chips. Dice and roll down counters also work, but I find poker chips much easier to use. Player cards are vital for players to battle the old god and achieve victory. Each card has unique functions such as deploying units, utilizing special effects, and even modifying game mechanics. There are different types of player cards, each serving a unique purpose for the game. Here are those card types along with the icons associated with them. Gods are the first card a player chooses, which helps them to define their playstyle they like to use during the game by granting them a powerful effect. Heroes are placed on the front lines and typically are going to be dealing and receiving the most damage. Most heroes have the ability to attack, allowing you to defeat the threats controlled by the old god. Lands are the player's main source of unit generation. Protecting your lands is crucial to having the power to defeat the old gods. Structures have some of the most versatile functionality in the game. These cards can have a wide variety of effects, helping you to create powerful synergies. The main caveat is these cards must be placed above lands to gain their effects. Spells are extremely powerful cards, being able to be played at any time and resolve immediately, allowing you to get out of a tight situation. Besides the player card type icons you've just seen, there are also a few other icons that you need to know. Unit gain. This icon represents how many units a card gains per turn during their unit phase. Units gained with this icon are placed directly onto the card. More on this in the unit section in a bit. The attack icon. This icon shows whether the card can attack or not. Typically these are hero cards, but keep an eye out. Some heroes don't attack, while other card types might be able to. Next are card effects. Player cards typically have 1 or 2 types of effects, a base effect and/or a triggered effect, unit effect, ability, or side effect. Base effects, these are found on the base of the card like you would see in any other card game, and the effect is an inherent ability of the card that is active once placed. Triggered effect.
What if it's like a gate, like a round portal thing, it goes through it and dissipates slowly? Yeah. Like if it's a fireball, you can have slight flickers of fire on the sides and a massive one, and a massive one on the other. Yeah, I think I'm having a more of an idea. I think dissipate's a good word. Seeing the reference, it looks like a shield. Yeah, I don't know if I necessarily like that though. Welcome back. Yo, Fig, what up? How you doing? I have like a headache. I took like ibuprofen earlier, but man, my head is not happy. What if we make it like obviously a fireball, you know? And then we kind of just make it half of a fireball. You know what I'm saying? Do your beard get poofier? Yeah, I've been growing it out for a while now, just for the fun of it. It's my winter beard. I'm kind of over it already, though. Honestly, I think I'm gonna murder it soon. Came back, I was gone arguing with some stupid AI bro in another Discord server. Fun. What kind of AI argument? Let's bring the argument over here, you know? I'm just kidding. I don't want to fight anymore about AI. That's my song. Anyway, cat dance, grot. I guess it's like less. It kind of ends up being more like this. And I think what we do is we have it kind of like this, where it just like instantly dissipates. You know? I don't know. I don't know if this is going to translate. I don't know, maybe we do like an effect here. Yeah, I guess like a portal-like thing. Maybe on a smidge of a perspective. I know this looks like nothing right now, so I'm just gonna try to do another pass at a sketch here. He basically went on about how that no matter how many arguments you give them, they still don't change their mind. Oh wait, sorry, I went back. He basically went on about how Gen AI is good and AI art is real art and artists are just whining. I'm thinking about it. I'm contemplating. AI art is good. Good as in it looks good, or as in it is a good thing? I think those are two separate arguments. AI art is real art. That I don't know. That really depends on how you define art. You know? I would say, because like an interesting like experiment is like, say you look at AI art and you have no idea that a person made it. Right? Because like, I'm being devil's advocate here, right? What defines art in a vacuum, right? Because if like art is like is human expression, how do you figure that out if you don't know if a human made it or not? You know, so that's kind of an interesting thing. And artists are just whining. I don't think, obviously that's not fair, but very angry. Let's talk about AI. We don't do that enough. Yeah, right. One of those stupid people who no matter how many arguments you give them, they still don't change their mind. I mean, most people don't. You know, most people don't change their mind from arguments. That's the problem. Most people have their opinion set in stone. Well, not set in stone, but most people aren't open-minded. Arguably. I don't know what I'm drawing anymore. Like, I know what it's supposed to be, but it's supposed to be a dispel. Dispelling a spell. Sure, everyone's yelling and I'm not reading it. Has anyone seen the movie AI from forever ago? I don't believe so. Because he was never listening. That's the thing. That's true. Most people aren't open-minded. Y'all need help choosing. What do you need help choosing with, you, Yui? What's with that server? Earlier today, I had another argument with a guy that went on about how smoking is deadlier than guns. Also depends on what kind of metric you're talking about. Because smoking probably kills more people, arguably, cancer. Well, unless it's like a war, right? like a gun and like a whatever. Anyway, we get into politics then. We probably shouldn't go there. On about how smoking. I read that, and it's okay for an 8-year-old to sell guns because in countries kids smoke. I mean, that doesn't make sense. It's okay for an 8-year-old to sell guns because in other countries kids smoke. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, that's silly. As in, it's a good thing. Yeah, no, that's dumb. You being disgusting. Hey, John, yeah, might just straight up leave the server or get myself banned. Have fun. I guess that sounds like a guy looking to have a different opinion from everyone else to be unique. True. I'm sorry, people who think that are completely repelling and makes me want to throw up. I mean, I feel like at that point the person's trolling you, right? Like, oh, it's okay, like, to sell guns because more people die from smoking. Like an 8-year-old to sell guns. Like that's like an absolutely wild stance. I feel like that's like just trying to get you mad. Because the AI bro is a mod and just goes on about power trips all the time. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that happen. But I wouldn't be surprised to hear cigarettes have taken more lives than guns because guns are less acceptable or accessible. I think that's probably true on like like if you don't count war, I think that's probably true. But that's the point of debates, to change your mind. Most people don't go in debates to change their mind. They go in to defend their point. Like the point of debates and what people use debates for are two separate things, I would say. Like, do you think you could go into the conversation and agree with someone that you think AI art is real art? Do you think you could be convinced that? I mean, maybe you can, but I don't know if that argument would, I don't know. Shrug. Fair, but bigger things is why they have that opinion, IMO. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I think understanding people is important, because if you just discrediting, like, obviously, like, you don't know where people are coming from, right? That's the biggest thing. Obviously, some people are just like can just be wrong, but you don't know. You don't know why people have the opinions they have. It's very important to understand why people feel the way they do, not just what they're saying when it comes to that kind of thing. Stream chat. Help me choose between these D&D events someone in Discord server is hosting. Help me decide. Is this like a theme? Lonely, alone, big city. Ready invite dungeons, try and chance to make friends and happen. You know, cult vampires, cult stuff. Town that doesn't know what's happening and missing. I don't know what the first one is even saying, to be honest. Oh, sorry, there's more. There's different D&D tables you can join. That's kind of cool. All right, I need to catch up on chat first, and then I'll come back to that. Oh God, I'm far behind. Gra is ranting. Here's the thing. If kids has guns, you think they're the type of kid to abstain from smoking? Probably not. I mean, he didn't phrase it like that, but he said that in his country, kids have access to guns, and 8-year-old sell guns to local tribes. And I said to him, that's not okay. True. And America, because you guys have a good amount of gun related death. I mean, we do. Yeah, I don't know. It's a whole thing. I don't know. Again, I don't know if I want to get talked too much about all of it. It gets political, and then people get angry. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I should go there is the question. I don't really 100% myself mind going there, but I think it's probably not a smart idea. You know what I'm saying? It's better for a kid to have a gun instead of smoking. I mean, that's not, yeah, that's silly. Also, I don't care if the point is there's someone who blindly follows something without researching and seeing the harmful, beneficial sides of it. They're just straight up lazy. I do not want to be associated with you. Yeah, I mean, I think if you're super opinionated in something and you don't actually do the research, then that's kind of silly. I would call myself a very non-opinionated person. Like, I have opinions on things, but generally it's not like, I'm not like super like I don't have, my opinions usually aren't, I didn't start the recording on this. My opinions usually aren't super, they're pretty malleable, you know? Because I don't hold them in like super high regard, generally. Like I don't really care. I'm okay with most things, you know. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I'm okay with most, I don't need my opinion to be right. You know. It's about the concept behind it. Also stream chat help. Okay. God, I'm so far behind. Blah, blah. I also started a mini instruction, got like 5 other people to tell the server owner to demote him. I have no idea how I'm not banned yet. Well, there you go. Throw him over. The cult vampire one seems the funniest. Yeah, honestly, the biggest thing with D&D, it's not even like the like the group, it's not even about the premise. It's mostly about like who you're playing with, because a lot of time like you can just be put with the wrong people and it's not fun, you know. At least that's my opinion on it. Ignore first, it's for adults only. Oh, gotcha. I do not want to be associated with you, or sorry, I was reading that, the reply part. Yeah, it's not worth the effort most, but I think you're trying to understand those people, and is how you get better at dealing with them and avoiding them. True. As well as getting better chance to help them see their error their ways. Boop. That. I want to get him banned. I want him to get banned, or at least demoted. There you go. I mean, whatever. But then he makes a new account and cycle repeats itself. Nothing changes. True. I don't know how the beep he even became a mod in the first place. I mean, like one of the, like the guy who, this isn't quite the same, but the guy who told me my game has nothing enjoyable about it is like, was like the head of the server for the HTCG whatever. Not that like I think he's a terrible person or anything, but you know, I feel like it's not like it's not the best reaction to have for like a for fun game jam kind of thing, you know. Sometimes people just end up there for other reasons, you know. I don't know. Yada yada, things, words. I don't mind debating them if they're actually have evidence, research, actual arguments. I simply don't want to be associated with their type. Fair. We're gonna hate that guy. He escalated the argument and then threatens to ban or time out people. That's a little, yeah, that sucks. Yeah. And telling them that they're breaking the rules because the rules say you're not allowed to escalate. Classic. Trust, I was in these type of servers, delete the entire account and cut out 70 Discord people out of my life. It depends on what you're doing. Like, obviously, like, I agree that you probably should, if everything's like that, sure. You also, like, you know, part of that is just like not engaging in it, right? Because these people feed off of like the engagement of that. So if you kind of just
ignore them. A lot of time that goes away. Or at least you know how to deal with them. Though if they're like just being toxic and infecting the whole server that way, then yeah, you I don't know. I think it's not bad to reach out to the head of the server. You know? I think that's probably a good bet. I don't know, I think this is the spell. Also got most Discord mods are that bitchy. There you go. I don't have any mods. Toot's my mod. Actually, I do have a bunch of mods in my Discord, but mostly they're just my friends. I'll probably have to like fix that at some point. That's the thing though, most problematic and common kinds of people are the ones that don't do research and repeat the same thing over and over again blindly. I mean, a lot of time people see the research they want to see too. It's not necessarily like they're not doing research. They just see like numbers and base those facts off of things that isn't quite correct, you know? I don't know. This is why I don't really interact with that kind of stuff, truthfully. I don't argue with people generally. Like that time I went into the thing and then like they were talking about, like I asked about the game jam. It's like, oh, does anyone want to join me from like this, like from another server? And I was like, hey, anyone want to like come over to my channel and do my game jam, blah, blah. And they're like, oh yeah, that's cool. And then someone was like, wait, you're the only one judging? That's a terrible way to do it. And then like they got in an argument like what the best way to do a to judge a game jam, and I'm like, yeah, I mean ideally sure, but this is like a small event. We're not doing anything crazy. No one's really cares about winning, really. I mean, like people want to win, I'm sure, but no one's like really caring about the prizes or whatever. I mean, it's nice, right? But I'm gonna do this. But I just kind of was like, at first I was getting like angry about it, and then I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna disengage from it. It's not worth it. Like especially the all like the tabletop simulator stuff, with them doing monetization. Everyone's getting mad about that, and I obviously was excited about that, and I think, you know, I just disengaged from that too, because as much as I wanted to like be part of that conversation, I put my opinion in. I said, as a board game creator, I would love to see something like this, so I don't have to do a Kickstarter and publish a game while still making some money on my game. And then I left. Because yelling at other random people isn't gonna solve anything, you know? I'm sure I'm super behind. Sorry, you know, let's just look at your D&D thing first. This cat one looks cute. Horror in a small town in Netherlands, shadow over, okay. D&D where your party arrives in a lovable beachside town, rests a few days before the adventure, and your stay more, you see the cracks in the wall every time. If you're into absurd surrealism, that's the one for you. Interesting. Masquerade cities. I don't know what you're like, what you vibe with the most, you know? I'm not like a super into like horror or any of that kind of stuff, so you might have like a different sort of vibe. I feel like it's hard to pick for you what you would want, you know? I personally am like, while it is like my campaign is like a post-apocalyptic wasteland, basically, it's very like positive vibes, and a lot of these things are anyway, but a lot of like I mean, look at it like Adventure Time, right? It's like very like post-apocalyptic, but it's still very happy. You know, I mean, like overall positive, until you like look at the dark backstory of it. But I don't know. Honestly, I would just choose something with like one person you know, if you know people in there, and then go from there, because it's easy to like, it's nice to be able to play off of people you know. Or I mean, you could go off vibes, like, you know, just whatever, you know, sort of story you want to be part of. But I personally like to, for me, I don't really care as much about the story and more about the like people I'm interacting with and the characters, because that's like the most fun part about D&D to me, is having a good DM and good players to bounce off of, you know? Because if you have a bunch of people who are just not going to talk the entire time because they're nervous, that's not bad. A lot of time you can break them out of their shell by like being the person who is who is like bombastic, right? But I think if that's the case, you usually want to pick a character who is like loud and obnoxious, you know? I have a bad habit of like picking a character that's like, oh, they're kind of quiet and reserved or whatever. And it's like, and then you get into a party where like everyone's quiet and reserved and you're like, ugh, I should have been someone who's just like obnoxious. So I like one of my favorite characters so far that I've done for like all the drop-in D&D stuff is very like, kind of an ass. Kind of just a rude person. So yeah, it's kind of hard to decide for you, you know. I couldn't pick for you. That's all preference and people you know. That would be like the thing. I would say, like, obviously pick whatever sounds the coolest, but if you have people you know and people you like playing with, obviously you're probably trying to find a group, but I don't know. Anyway, let me scroll. I probably missed a bunch. Abuse power, just good arguments. People who actually take the time to think about the stuff they're saying are the most rational or reasonable. True. First part is the server owner themselves is a cool creator. They did nothing wrong, just they're not active. Ah, gotcha. But then you're at fault for the same thing and stop being a server issue becomes, yeah. I tag them and some other people tag them. Made a poll. Who wants to demote them? But I doubt anything will come of it. Probably. But you never know. It's not a bad idea. Hello, welcome back, Tebow. Everyone's fighting. If I actually have time, someone who bans a disagreement, bulletproof case, you can abuse power. Yeah, true. Hello. Epic rant. Yeah. Grot's freaking out. I'm just kidding. I think you're better off just gain experience, right? For D&D recap, didn't do anything. Thought he said he would. Here's someone else. What's the drawing? We're drawing. This is the dispel card. So like anti-spell kind of deal. I don't know if this is really what I wanted, but we'll see. I'm angry because got an hour argument with his mom. Yep. Yeah, bro tells me all I need to know. Also got another argument, same server, or also got into an argument. Someone else, yeah. Recap. Yo, Anonymous, what's up? Sorry, I'm super behind on chat. I guess I'm not that behind, but a donkey person? I'm lost. Okay, I'm joining a Vampy Cult one. Do it. I don't know if my friends are going with me on Sunday. I will see what they want. I don't really care. I am Holy Yapper IRL. There you go.
Adonibus. Adon my bus. Weird. I don't like it. Yeah, I mean, whatever, you know, I think you could, you know, I'm sure you can have fun either way, you know. I think rather than like a portal, I kind of just want like a blast, you know. Got a blast. But yeah. Either way, sorry to hear that you're arguing with people. Personally, I would just not engage with them. They just want to argue. People like to argue for the sake of arguing. That is my recommendation. But, you know, you do you. I'm not your dad, you know? What if I was Grot's dad? Just kidding. I'm not your dad. But what if I was? Could I be Grot's dad? Am I old enough to be Grot's dad? Man, I wish I said, what the fuck? I'm just saying something unhinged for no reason. Anyway, you're not the father. Probably true. Man, I wish I said this earlier, but I could have been shadowed holding up a hand toward a fireball evaporating. I had thought about that, and then I didn't want to draw a hand yet again. So, yeah. It depends on how hand we get, you know, like how much of a hand we're talking about, you know. It could just be a little circle ball. I think this is gonna look cool. I've I don't know. Maybe it won't. Maybe it looks stupid. Who's to say, really? I'm not finding it though. I don't feel like I'm finding the cool yet. Don't ask what I'm doing. I'm kind of just drawing like an anime explosion. You know those ones that like explode and then like disappear and then explode again? You know what I'm talking about? Don't say that. It looks good. What? I just checked Discord in here. Am I Grot's dad? I mean, maybe. You don't know. Okay, let's do a DNA test. True. I know. Now I need proof that you aren't the father. True. Also, it's okay how old you are exactly, but I don't think you're old enough. Probably not. I think it would be like, I'm like 20. What am I now? 22? Gonna be no. Yeah, 22 gonna be 23 in March. Don't say it looks good, man. Why did I say anything? Poor Beats having to put up with me. Nah, Guys, I'm still here. Wait. You need proof that you are. Oh, okay, gotcha. Poor Beats. What about poor Grot? No, no, no. What about it, Grot? What's so wrong with me? I can't. Cover your ears, child. This is a conversation for the grown-ups. No, I mean, I still have it. I didn't get rid of it. I'm unsure what I'm still not sure what I think about it. I think this is kind of what I was originally thinking. It doesn't like fully make sense, but anime explosion. These all suck. We kind of want more of like an implosion. Show me the GIF. Not really what I want. Yeah. Yeah. Doesn't work. I want this. This is what I want. Don't be serious, but to be serious for a sec, he could be your father without ending up in the Guinness Book of World Records. True. I meant to is my dad, so actually it could be possible. True, I can see that. Beats, can I look? Beats, can you look sad for a second? In what way? Look at these. This lady, huh? Anyway. Sad. There you go. It's the saddest I can be. Why? Well, it wouldn't look it up. It's just depressing. No. Don't worry about it. Okay. Yeah, I like this idea better. We have a sphere in the center. Kind of looks like a Pokeball. Maybe get rid of this part. I'm just doing like an anti-magic sort of look, you know, like a very like almost black hole looking thing. I think this will work. Why? Don't worry about it. Actually, want to a movie. Actually, started a movie with my dad. As a middle schooler, his teacher. I actually started a movie with my dad about a middle schooler getting his teacher bring cheese. So disgusting. Jesus. It's an Adam Sandler movie, classic. I don't think that's. I think I know what you're talking about, and I don't think he's actually a middle schooler. Like, he's in middle school, but I don't think he's that old. If I'm thinking what you're thinking. What movie is that? Billy Madison? I don't think that's, unless I'm lost. Also, we're going a little far there. Maybe we don't talk about that. We're really trying to talk about some topics we shouldn't, huh? It was about doing that and then turning into a slayer because of it. I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. I think it is, though. Yeah, let's drop the topic. No more. Too weird. Too not. Yeah. Let's not. Fair enough. Let's not talk about that. I think this is gonna be cool. Also, just check the redeems beats. What the hell is this? What the hell is what? The inflation on the A cards. I've been talking about that for weeks. Months even. I think I probably will do a the price doubled. Indeed. I think it's better if you just never find out what I'm talking about and we all forget and never mention anything of the sort. Indeed. I don't even know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? What are you talking about, Tuna? I think we probably will have sort of a counteraction of inflation. However, I think I'm just gonna get rid of the I'm gonna end up getting rid of the redeems that we have for the cards once we have passed what's it called? Once we have gotten past the player cards and we're done with those, I think I'm gonna get rid of the current redeems and only have old god redeems. I think is my thought. And then the prices will go down again. That's my thought currently. Yeah, Tuna, I don't know where you found out about this, Beats. I have a joke for you, a bad one at that. Uh-oh. Are we all just trying to figure out where the line is today? Just find the line. We'll talk about politics. We'll talk about
inappropriate things. We'll talk about. Just go for all of it, you know? What do you call it when someone ties a clock around their belt? A waste of time. There you go. I was worried it was going to be bad in a different way. I was worried it was going to be inappropriate. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I was in my head for a second. I was thinking about whether whether it's good to talk about like issues and stuff, or if I shouldn't, you know. I've always kind of viewed my like stuff as like we should be a refuge from that kind of stuff. Escapism and whatnot, you know? Like we don't need to talk about that kind of stuff, you know, like stuff that makes us angry. But at the same time, like, you know, I don't know. Part of it's like I don't think my opinion is particularly valuable on a lot of these things, right? Like it's like, what am I adding to that? You know? Netflix keeps recommending me stuff to me until I break and end up regretting it. I guess so. I don't know what to talk about. His and hers, or do you do yourself a service and avoid it, guys? Okay. Oh, I missed something. I missed a bunch of things. Obeats, don't get me started on politics. I won't get into it, but I have very strong feelings about recent events. Yeah, we'll not get into it. Orange men. I don't know what you're saying. His and hers. Do you yourself serve and avoid? Oh wait. Oh, there's a recent John film starts interesting ends. So yeah, okay. Good to know. I will avoid it. I don't really have Netflix, so there's another thing. I mean, if y'all want to do it, I don't mind talking about it. At the same time, I don't mind talking about not talking about it either. Yeah, I mean, I think it's probably just for the best not to, right? Like, I mean, it's technically in my my rules for chat, right? Like talking about politics is technically forbidden. I think this is originally what I had in my mind as far as what to draw, and then I kind of was like, I overthought it. I was like, what do other people have for Dispel? And it's like, this is kind of what I wanted, you know? It's fair to want this to be a refuge. I'm just weird and don't get depressed talking about problematic stuff. I don't either, honestly. I really don't generally either. I also just don't like talking about it, if I'm being honest. I just don't find enjoyment in it usually. You know, I guess some of the topics, like, I guess I don't mind talking about, really. I'm not necessarily saying, like, I need it to be, like, a safe space or anything particularly, you know, like, but, like, there is, like, sort of a... Like, we don't need to get argumentative in here, right? Like, that's not the point of why we're here. We're here to talk about creative stuff, do creative things. That's kind of what I like to do, and that's kind of the point of us being here, and like, why get too bogged down in other crap? In my own opinion. Which I guess it's my stream, so that can be my opinion, and that's fine. It's my stream, and I want it the way I want it. Question is, where's the missing hole here? Or is the threshold just too... You know, we'll just make the liner thicker, it's fine. Three minutes. God, I haven't... This one I did not lock into for a while, huh? It took me a while to figure out what I was doing. I mean, if anything, wouldn't you get more depressed from not talking about it? I disagree. I mean, I just don't think about it, right? If you don't think about it, then it can't depress you. I mean, yeah, you should talk about stuff that's bothering you, sure, but that can also just put you in a vacuum of, like, it just bothering you all the time. And I think I just found the... Yeah, there we go. I think there is a value of just not worrying about it, you know? But I don't necessarily think I'm in the majority for that. There's a lot of people who would rather, like, want to talk about these kind of issues, and I think that's perfectly reasonable. But I am not one of those people. I don't know how I feel about this energy burst being like this. We're about to hit an ad. Okay, we're in an ad. I'll be back. 3 minutes, and then we'll have another hour of ad-free content. BRB.
This is Armies Against Entropy, a cooperative trading card game where you and a friend
let's
face
go
the relentless
3 minutes into this guy, huh?
Monstrous hordes. Choose your god.
I think I did the wrong thing last time, didn't I?
Expand your domain.
Whatever.
Build mighty structures. Land is crucial to having the power to defeat the old gods. Structures have some of the most versatile functionality in the game. These cards can have a wide variety of effects, helping you to create powerful synergies. The main caveat is these cards must be placed above lands to gain their effects. Spells are extremely powerful cards, being able to be played at any time and resolve immediately, allowing you to get out of a tight situation. Besides the player card type icons you've just seen, there are also a few other icons that you need to know. Unit gain. This icon represents how many units a card gains per turn during their unit phase. Units gained with this icon are placed directly onto the card. More on this in the unit section in a bit. The attack icon. This icon shows whether the card can attack or not. Typically these are hero cards, but keep an eye out. Some heroes don't attack, while other card types might be able to. Next are card effects. Player cards typically have one or two types of effects, a base effect and/or a triggered effect, unit effect, ability, or side effect. Base effects, these are found on the base of the card like you would see in any other card game, and the effect is an inherent ability of the card that is active once placed. Triggered effect. Triggered effects activate once a specific requirement is met, and that effect occurs immediately thereafter, regardless of game phase. Unit effects. These effects require a specific number of units to be placed on the card to trigger. Once active, the effect remains active until the number of units falls below the required threshold. Abilities. Abilities are unique actions that can be performed that often involve a specific cost or requirement. Once the cost is paid, these effects happen immediately. Side effects. Side effects are negative consequences that trigger once a card is played. They don't prevent the card's use, but represent the drawback that comes along with a beneficial effect. Let's talk a little more about units. Units are the most essential component in the game, representing the forces the players control. They contribute to the strength of the card that they are placed on, determining its health and damage it can inflict. Units are the lifeblood of a card. If a card loses all its units, it is destroyed and moved to the discard pile. Now that you know the basics of how player cards function, let's talk about the Old God cards, the primary antagonist of the game, represented by an automated deck that relentlessly draws new threats for the players to face. Each card serves to dismantle the player's forces by attacking them directly or imposing negative effects. First are the Old Gods themselves. They are the primary adversaries, setting the game's difficulty by summoning powerful cards from their deck and overwhelming the players. Minions are weak cards played by the Old Gods to steadily erode the player's defenses, applying constant pressure throughout the game. Monsters are powerful cards played by the Old Gods, intended to deal damage to players with devastating attacks and abilities. Wastelands are cards that empower the Old God to increase its card draw, attempting to overwhelm the players with additional threats. Ruins are cards used by the Old God to impose negative effects on players, disrupting their strategies and changing the performance of the Old God's cards. Curses are cards that immediately resolve, inflicting harsh penalties on the players, such as forcing difficult choices, disrupting their plans, or destroying their cards and units. This icon refers to the Old God's main deck, which consists of monsters, wastelands, ruins, and curses. This is typically in reference to card draw. There are some other icons you need to know related to the Old God besides the card types. This icon represents the card's strength, indicating the number of units required to defeat the card. This also shows the amount of damage the card will deal if it has an attack order. Speaking of attack order, these icons represent the order in which a card will attack. First are the unit strength icons. They determine what strength of card is attacked. The strongest icon means the card will attack the player card with the most units. Conversely, the weakest icon will attack the player card with the fewest units. Next are the card types the Old God cards will attack. This uses the player card type icons, heroes, structures, and lands. The order in which these icons are placed determines the order in which the cards attack, starting with the leftmost icon and moving to the right. If the icon does not appear, the Old God will not attack that type of card. This comes with the exception of the God cards, as gods will be attacked once all other player cards are destroyed. The Old God card.
Certainly less productive today, huh? Sorry, I was eating food. It's fair. I think it's, I already read that. I like challenge myself to think about topics of all sorts. Makes me feel like I'm growing wiser and stronger. Yeah, I mean, I think it's okay to talk about like tough topics. I think you said this lower down. Yeah, saying there's a time and a place, right? I think that's definitely true, right? Like, this doesn't have to be where we talk about it, right? I guess is the thing. This doesn't have to be the place where we talk about the big issues. I'm all for intellectual conversation too, but I think there's I don't know, like, I think debate is good, but I think, like, as we were getting at before, I think most people go into a thing
deciding that they like already having their opinion made up, you know? I don't think most people go into a debate, they just want to win, you know? Most people go into a debate to win and not to having their mind open to being disproven. You know? We got same. So many people want to talk about the news and sad stuff happening, and I'm like, it's I don't care. Can we talk about fun things? Exactly, Tebow. My point exactly. Me with Dad, whenever I mention something fun, he says he's too busy worrying about global events. Yeah, right. Like, yeah, I think you said it. I kind of skimmed some of the stuff you said when you were saying it. Whereas, oh yeah, but I'm like, how is worrying going to change anything, right? Yeah, like, yeah, that is huge. You cannot change anything by worrying. I think Grot said something I missed. The drawing's looking awesome. Thank you. Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to like make it look a little sharper. I think it's looking cool now. It's more what I wanted. Guys, let's talk about politics, dude. I'm drawing a cool magical explosion for my co-op TCG. Do I look like I want to talk about politics? I mean, I don't, again, I don't mind. I just think like, I don't, well, one, I don't think I can pay full attention to it, right? I think it almost has to be more of a debate. And we've done this before, and like I feel like I don't quite like I don't think I can quite get my full opinion across or like my thoughts across while I'm, you know, working on something, you know? Because like I have thoughts on AI, and I think we talked about that. I'm somewhat pro generative AI. I think there needs to be limits and stuff on it, but I don't know if we could have like a debate, and I don't think I would change like Tebow or Grot's mind that like it's a good thing, or like I won't know if I necessarily agree with what he was saying, or disagree with what they're saying, or like what Grot was saying earlier, that it's art, but like I don't actually know whether I agree with that or not. Like that's an interesting topic. Like is generative AI art? Like what do you consider art? Can you consider generative AI art if you don't know that a person made it? Right? Like that kind of thing is interesting to talk about. And it's not political, right? So it's not the worst. Although AI, I'm sure, is going to becomes more and more political as, you know, things go, I'm sure. But yeah. Honestly, the thing I really appreciate about you is you understand the nuance and don't gravitate toward extremes. You've brought a ton of great points that got me to expand my perspective, but unfortunately, we agree too often. True. It's so hard to get your opinion across in speech versus writing. I agree, yeah. And also I'm like doing something, right? Like I'm drawing right now. If I just sat here and talked about it, maybe we'd have like, I'd have a better whatever, you know? I think it's like some of the topics aren't to be taken lightly. I mean, obviously, usually they're not like light topics, like, you know, like gun issues in different countries, and like, you know, America having a lot of, you know, gun related violence. And it's like, how do you, like, there's a lot of different metrics to like measure that against and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, that doesn't seem like something I should just be like, oh yeah, you know, I think that, you know, whatever, right? Can we just argue on stream? Okay, we'll have the like, let's get canceled stream. And we'll just argue about topics. Dude, what do you want to argue about? What do we disagree on?
Or do you just want to argue for the sake of arguing? I had an interesting idea for like debate stuff. Like rather than like say we were to do a debate on like, is generative AI real? Or not real, real is the wrong word. Is it real art? Like it'd be cool to like do a debate where you have to argue against your own viewpoint. You know what I mean? I think it'd be interesting. Like you have to defend the side that isn't yours. I'm sure they do this in like debate. I'm sure that's like a thing for like debate class, but I think it'd be cool to do that. Like defend your opposite stance. Argue for the sake of argument, but you need to do it with two and you're an old married couple, but young. There you go. I can see it. I kind of like this maybe better. Maybe I just like erase some of the middle of this. Like I kind of liked it better when it was like whatever, just like an outline. So maybe we just kind of do one of these, you know. This is kind of also looking like an eye. Maybe I got eyes on my brain. Me and two arguing over something. I wonder what me and two disagree on. I guess we're probably only getting this guy done today. I mean, maybe we could like do one more, but I really shouldn't go too late this time. I really can. I got a pack. Art review by Anonymous. Hell yeah. Let's see it. Is it in stream chat? Okay, hold on. There's a meme. Wait, hold on. Reach out. Okay, I just need to look at it. You are not the father. Tebow. I love it. It's beautiful. Tebow, you legend. It's good. Oh, Adama sent it to me directly. Okay. Can you review the design? Review designs for advanced class card if you like. Okay, yeah, let's do it. New. I'm assuming it's card sized, but you know. Copy image. New. It's slightly not card sized, slightly narrower.
Okay, this is Adonis's art. It's very cool. If you haven't seen Adonis's art before, what are you doing? Adonis is a legend. Can you review the design for the class advanced class cards if you like? Are you talking about you want me to what sort of design are you talking about? Like the actual drawing itself, the card border? What are we looking at? As a whole, yeah. Okay. I mean, obviously your art's great, right? Do you have a filter on your art? Like on this guy? I thought I remember you talking about something like that, where you do like a, sort of like a sketchy sort of filter or something. Or is this all whatever? I think the design as a whole looks cool though. I do think, I mean, I think you definitely could do more cool stuff with the text. I need this. I think you could do something cooler with this. It's nice that it's like plain text, but I think you could probably do something more interesting. Potentially like a texture on here, like a little more of a texture on this part that kind of gives it a little more character. I guess there kind of is a little bit of one, but did you make the border itself? Like all this stuff? Is that all you? Yeah, no, that's a good shout. Thinking that through. Maybe making sure that letters with lowercase are within the bounds of the box, which does mean you're probably making it slightly smaller, but I could see this being pushed up a little bit so that the J isn't coming out of the border. So the border was different image from AI cut up to make the border. Okay, gotcha. I'll have to redo it. I will redo it eventually. Yeah. I was gonna say, I know you did some of the stuff with AI to make like the box itself, but yeah, as far as presentation goes, I mean, it really depends on how you want to do it. If you want to have like the full border, I think that's fine. I think you could show more of like the background, right? Like have like this, not this cut out, but you know, cut out stuff like this so you can show more of your art. I personally like the kind of like all the way to the edge of the art, although it's easier to print if you have it like this instead of the other way around. So, you know, maybe that's just why you want the full border. Yeah, I would do some sort of texture here. Obviously the art's good. I'm doing the dreaded flip, I'm sorry. I think the only thing about the drawing itself is maybe the eyes look a little like this one looks like maybe a little small. But man, you're a better at at art than I am, so maybe making this one look like a little more the same shape. I know the perspective's weird, so maybe I'm crazy, but yeah, I like the pose and stuff. I think that's cool. At the sneeze. But yeah, thank you. Yeah, I mean, are you looking? I just want to make sure I'm like critiquing you on the right stuff. Bless you. Thank you. Achoo. Sorry, let me read here. Oh God, I'm behind. I'm very behind. Oh, how far behind am I? You know how fantasy and magic often replaces technology, allows civilization to advance. So I was thinking, what if you did that with technology? A society of cavemen with high tech, they acquired instead of produced. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff I think I've seen with that sort of concept. It's a cool one for sure. Can you try being less cool, like for like a day? You're making us all look lame. That's funny. Chat, I got another argument with that guy. Nice. Toward the end, he just started rage baiting. Indeed. What am I supposed to say? Nothing. Those who fight, love each other. That's how it is in school. I don't argue too much. It's just come true. Interesting. Oh God, I gotta blink more. Ugh. Also, server owner got online. Nice. I might have been banned, or might be banned at Womp Womp. We all have something. You guys are saying words that I don't. Teasing girls means asking for kisses. What? That's wild. Art is inspiring. Love the vibe. Agreed. Got a bit carried away. Some very, very kind stuff. Nice. The kind, in fact, the automod flags. Bless you. Bless you. I was wondering if there's English equivalent. Those who wait. I think there is like wait. We have something like. I mean, I don't know if they're actually. I mean, I don't know. I've always heard like my mom said like those who tease you love you, which is kind of a similar statement, right? Like, does it all work together? It does have like a complete card. Do things look out of place? I like to consider blessing in disguise, considering how much stress it causes you. There you go. Yeah, no, I mean, I think everything works, honestly. Just like as a whole, like the ice theme looks really well. Like the border works well with the card art itself. Obviously, if you're gonna redo it, I think it's fine. And I think it would be like if it's a little more in your style, I think it will look nice, right? But yeah, as far as theming goes, I think it all looks pretty cohesive. Yeah, the biggest thing I would say is honestly the only thing that stands out to me is this text. Is this text and this being like just a flat color. I think those are the two things that kind of throw me off. Like this doesn't feel themed at all. It looks like I'm like reading a textbook. And I know like Magic the Gathering is kind of like that, but personally I would try to find like just like a slightly, I mean, obviously you got to find a balance of it being like a perfectly readable text along with it being a little bit themed. So I like the AAE one, the Texteria or whatever it's called, where it's kind of like a little more interesting, even though it's pretty dang readable. So I would take a look at a font and I would change this. Those are the only thing that really like stands out to me as like not feeling super cohesive, I would say. Like I said, I know that's for readability, but I also maybe if you could, it might be interesting to have these in like boxes. I don't know.
that might be kind of cool. It might make it feel like a text document kind of look, but hard to say exactly how that would be best. But maybe like icons here potentially. But I think otherwise, yeah, the art and the border, like up here, the art and the border all looks really good together. So I think that's my thought on that. Hopefully that's helpful. Yeah. Art itself really cool. Love his expression. It's really good. I love just like the coloring of like his icy arms. It's very cool. The stroke in the beard. It's good. Haha. Anyway, hopefully that was helpful. Great work as always, Anonymous. You're a legend. There's fighting means you care, which is kind of the same vein, but I don't know if that's always true because people argue it boosts their ego. True. Yeah, if you have anything else you want me to look at, Anonymous, or like as far as that goes, let me know. But if you want me to give any other advice, but hopefully that what I would say is like as far as cohesion goes. I know Magic kind of, like I said, has like pretty simple text. And that's probably to their advantage in some senses, but I also don't think Magic is like the best example of good looking cards, you know, like the art's really pretty. They like have great artists and stuff, but I don't necessarily think they are the end all be all of like they're the standard, but the standard I don't think is the best. You know what I mean? Appreciate it. Okay, good. I always get a little concerned when I talk about that kind of stuff, or like talk about review anyone's art. Like, I don't want to make y'all feel bad. All right, that looks cooler. I like that. I know y'all are asking for a critique, but you know. Yeah, the text was something I glossed over. Yeah, that's fair. That's why we ask you for our review. I cannot trust. Can I not trust you to be honest? No, I mean, I think I am. I just like feel like I'm I just feel like it takes me like time to figure out how to say things, and I feel like I've gotten better at like being honest about stuff, but I also want to know like what you're asking for a review for, because I could be like, oh yeah, this needs to be changed and blah blah blah, and you're like, well, I don't want to go back and change that because whatever, I was just asking you about like this. You know, it's like, oh, the line art's terrible, you need to start over. It's like, oh well, I'm on coloring phase and I don't want to go back there. You know, I don't know. I think it's important to know what people are looking for a review for as well. And like, I also was having a struggle, like when I was grading the game jam, I was like worried about, at first I was worried about hurting people's feelings about it. And then I was like, I can't be, it's not fair. It's not fair to worry about people's feelings, you know? It's like, it's only fair to grade stuff the way I think it should be graded, you know? Which might not necessarily always be the right thing. Like my opinion isn't always right, you know, but it's like I have to just go with what my gut. Because that game jam, I feel like could have gone a lot of ways, you know.
It would have been a very, I think, not very different, but it definitely would have been different if things weren't graded on art and on like lore and stuff. Like, it was interesting that I included that after, like, when I was grading it, I was like, it's kind of interesting because, like, I don't think I've ever seen any other game jam that was like focused on, like, art was like one of the things that was I don't know, was one of the categories that was like a large category, you know. Most of them are like, oh, and also art, you get a point if you made it all cool. It's like, okay, thanks. You get some points if it's art, but it's just a flat amount of points. Like the one I did for armies, it was like out of 90 points or something, 4 points for art, and it was whether you had it or not. If you had some art, you got 4 points. So like I would get this, and it wasn't like a scale. It was like you had art or you didn't have art. Which I thought was kind of lame, but you know, here we are. I guess you are in art game channel, so I think it's fair. Yeah. Well, to be honest, last month or so has been 80% art. Yeah. It's been a lot less game design. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Maybe we need to do more game design stuff, but I feel like this is missing something, and I guess it's probably just being shaded. Let's see what Tebow's got. Wait, is it? Oh, tuna. Sorry, not Tebow. Tuna. I saw T and it auto-completed in my brain. Experimenting with brushes. Nice. Ooh, fancy. That's pretty cool. Don't have Photoshop, so I'm using Krita. Krita's good. Oh, this took so long. Okay, gotcha. Like this demo sheet. Interesting. I spent 1,045 hours on this. Please tell me how it's the next Mona Lisa. Are you making fun of me? That I want to be nice to you guys? Honestly, I love him. He's very cute. I'm a fan of this guy. He's kind of a hunk, which we all know Tuna likes hunks. So we need a playtest stream where we just go through all the cards and talk about their interactions. Yeah, I mean, I think we're gonna do we got 10 more cards, 9 more cards once this one's done, and then once we're done with that, it's gonna be playtesting for like a few weeks while we probably pivot to Black Ridge for a bit. This guy's cute. I like him. You did good. That's a funny thing. Like, I think people like underestimate how like good this can be. How do I do pixel art hands? You're gonna have to ask Tebow. Yeah, I mean, obviously the hand could use work, but like this could be used for something. Like if this was in like a little card game, like that could be a thing, right? It doesn't have to be like, this could be the style. Is he going like this or is he going like this? You're gonna have to ask Tebow. You sure? I don't know either. I mean, you know pixel art better than I do. Go into the Hannah's server. This is honestly good. Yeah, right? Like he's waving. I think part of your problem is his, like in theory, this is his thumb then, right? If he's waving with the wrong hand. Well, he's waving like this. He's doing the like John Cena thing. Because this in theory would be his thumb, right? So his thumb should be the biggest. And this should be Yeah. This in theory should be his thumb. And these should be his fingers, right? Although I think in this sort of style, doing and the aspect ratio of pixels you picked, I think the answer to what do you do with pixel art hands is the answer is you don't do 5 fingers. You're probably a lot better off doing like, I really need to like get a pixel program so I can actually like critique this stuff properly. But I think the answer is you don't do a you don't do a like a 5-fingered hand, right? You know what I mean? You're just gonna go and one-up me like this. That's so funny. You know what I mean? I think you go with a 3-finger hand. Whole cartoonist sort of thing, right? Should I have updates for y'all? Chat, can I have update for y'all? What do you mean? Crit technically is very bad for pixel art, but I don't care. That's fair. So you're making excuses. I probably just need a pixel art brush. Hold on. Let me try this. I think there's a way to do it. We go to pencil tool, and then we need to like, I don't know. We'll go like this. Hold on. And then we'll go to brush. We're sidetracked now. We'll go here. We'll do new brush. Oops. Wait, hold on. X. New. 10 by 10. Paste. And then we go. How do you do this? How do I create a new brush? That's not it, because that's just duplicating the brush. New brush preset. No. What the heck? A pixel should be 1 by 1. I know it should, but I can change how this works, hon. It just needs to be a square. I don't know how to do this anymore. It doesn't really matter the size because it's going to be a square brush no matter what. I can lower it to whatever. Why does it not work? Maybe I just have to hit square. I don't know, man. It's not working.
There's a way to do that. Make a brush. Photoshop. Maybe it's because it's not a... We're sidetracked now, huh? Create brush. Using the select tool, select an area you want to create a custom brush. The brush can be turned to pixels, and when painting, can adjust the hardness to create the brush. Choose edit, define brush. Choose edit. Edit. Define brush preset. Okay. In theory, I can just make it bigger or smaller. There we go. The aspect ratio on it's like not so good. Or like it's not... It's technically like more pixels to like it just is smooth like that, you know? You could turn on a grid. It doesn't really work. I guess you could. I'd probably have to set it differently. I'm not worrying about it. Anyway, you get the point. I'm just like probably 10 billion years behind. Good point. No need with rails and with cute stuff. True. Got banned. Chat can have an update. Oh. Beats, give him a tiny itty bitty eyelashes. Oh, too late. I went out of it. Your canvas is probably too big. Yeah. Me and our Sir Owner. Happy ending. He said he's busy now, but he'll deal with it. Nice. I doubt he'll get fully stripped of his mod privileges, but he'll probably get a warning at least. Nice. Go team. Should believe in you. It really helped. Was there four of us? Yeah, that's true. Strength in numbers. You should do variants on your logo for different events. Imagine Beats with a witch hat or a pumpkin on his back for Halloween, reindeer antlers for Christmas, and yeah, I do have like a what's it called? A Santa hat one for Christmas. Like my little avatar guy, not my like icon or whatever, but Pixar a 500 by 500 is huge, for example. Yeah, I just copied the image and pasted it, and that's just what it comes up with. But at the end of the day, the power of friendship won. How wholesome, indeed. You overthrew the evil dictator. All right, we need to just like make this not one color. I think is the next thing. So we need to do like other blues, ideally.
Well, now we have a square brush. Where are all my correct brushes now? There we go. Let's do this. Oh wait, that's not even my. These are my favorite brushes. Okay, there we go. Hello? Oh, because we're on pencil. The little guy is sentient. The little avatar guy is sentient entity. Don't pretend like he didn't buy that Santa hat himself. You're right. I'm sorry. How could I be so wrong? Hmm. I'm not quite happy with this, and I don't know why. Oh, I'm sleepy. I'm trying to be awake here, but I think I know why now. I don't know if this is the right color, though. This is not the right way to do it. It's gotta have like the sort of like lightsaber effect where it's like the core is the bright color, you know? There's a better way to do this. The core is like white and then it just kind of fades to a color. Okay, yeah, he's back to arguing. I can't with this guy. It's wild. Well, he hasn't been talked to yet, I suppose, right? He's just saying womp womp to anything I say in response. He needs to touch grass or something. Yeah. Like I said, if he's trying to just rage bait you, I think at that point you just stop talking to him. Because he's clearly not trying to argue. He's just arguing for the sake of arguing. He's not actually trying to do anything productive, you know? There we go. Color burn might be the option there. Or hard light. Vivid light. Orange is kind of cool too, but also, Beats, did you see what Tebow sent in stream chat? He wants you to make... Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. I reacted to that already. What? I don't know what I'm doing. I created like 2 brushes and kind of cheat the whole pixel art grass. Hey, it looks good, dude. I like it. Almost not pixel art. I mean, yeah, it's kind of like one of those like... I mean, I don't know. There's like that kind of like in between pixel art style. It's kind of a, you know, kind of a thing. There we go.
Yep. Can't limit the color amount as far as I know. Yeah, you know what? Who cares about limited color palettes if it looks cool? Yeah, I mean, true. I don't think limited color palettes are necessary. I think it's just kind of a thing. Like, technically, I use a limited color palette, but I combine colors a lot. So it's like, does it even really matter? 3 minutes to add. Although I still don't know how to do the bark of the tree. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I think you probably at that detail level, you wouldn't really do the bark and you do more the like the root sort of section. Well, I guess, I don't know. I don't know, trees are kind of weird. Someone said my little guy looks like Mike Wazowski, but I realized without my nose, he's literally one of those aliens from Toy Story. Kind of is. What do we think about this, guys? Do I need to do anything else with it? Are we done? Maybe some like particles, but yeah, it's pretty cool. God, why am I so tired? Really cool. I don't really use the smudge brush that much for this style, but it actually kind of really works here. Thoughts? Do we like that? Is that too much? Like, do we lose the style if I smudge brush the out of it? Plan to keep this stream short, or do you want to do something else? Short, I think, because I got packing to do. Do you like? I mean, do you like this, or do you like? Is that cooler? Maybe that's a little too much, but because I was using the smudge brush and I'm like, that's kind of crazy. But is that like style breaking? Or the smudges to make it look messy? Yeah, I think the only part I don't like is when it. Oh, I don't know. I think it looks kind of cool. It looks more like energy, though, you know? I think the only thing I don't like is
ends up looking a little bit messy here, and I wonder if that's just the, I think it's just this. Maybe. I don't know. Just looks a little muddied right here, is my worry. Maybe it's fine. It's our style, you decide. I'm doing something very cool. I think it still looks like my drawings, even if it is a little bit smudgy. It's still got that texture, you know? I don't think it's style breaking. This thing with spells, they look very unique, yeah. We'll go with it. Done. I didn't save it before. Oh. Calling this one Dispel. It's gonna be interesting when I'm done with this project and then I start just working on something that's like completely different and I can expand my art to like a different style. Honestly, I think my growth has kind of made the style breaking. Like if you compare like my new stuff to my old stuff, my new stuff looks way better, which is kind of in a sense style breaking, because like the better I get, the like different, like it looks so different in contrast. It's like you watch someone who's like been making comics for like 10 years and then you're like, oh, this comic does not look like the same as it used to, like when it first started out, you know? There's a few comics that I read that are like that I was just like, that is so different. But it's cool also to see like the artists grow, you know? I don't know if I completed my thought, but yeah, I think once we get done with player cards, I think inflation will go down and we'll do I will change all the redeems to old god cards, and then it'll be cheaper again, but you won't be able to do player cards until I guess we're completely done with the new version of the game, and then at that point probably redeems will go up again to like be high, and it'll probably just be one cost and it'll be just super expensive because we'll probably be working on something else. I don't know, it's gonna be interesting. It's something very cool. Nice. Curious to see what you do. The Tea of the Bows. I don't think it's style. I already read that. Oh, ads. I literally just missed the ads. I completely forgot about them. I apologize if you missed anything. Right. Yeah, I'm so tired. Gotta pack. What do I have to do yet? Gotta get Luna figured out. I did one thing off this list. I gotta pack. I gotta shave my bald head because there's too much hair on it. I don't want to go another week without it. It didn't stream. Well, we've done stream. Stream's basically done. I mean, it's not done, but and laundry. Probably should check my laundry. Strongest archer user. Weakest whale hunter user. Is this like one of those ads where it's like it's talking in like the TikTok voice? You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I don't think there's any voice that makes me as angry as the TikTok text-to-speech voice. Like the lady one. It's the meme. I think I did it wrong. I'm just not a meme lord, you know what I mean? I don't know nothing about memes. All right, we're done with this. This whole document might just be done, but for some reason the TikTok like text-to-speech voice just tilts me. You know what I mean? Isn't it weird dispel only has one L when you'd think it would be two? Like it's actually dispel. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, here we are. What else? Nullifies a curse isn't really good game text, like how do I word this? Someone help me. Archer is basically opposite of Whale Hunter. Gotcha. Sort of. How do I word this? Nullifies a curse. What's like an actual way to say that? It's like discard a, not discard a curse. I mean, nullifies might be the right word. Prevents the effects of a curse. That's probably better. Yeah, because nullifies isn't a phrase that we use in game, you know? Like, when played, this spell prevents the effect of a curse and puts it in the OG discard pile. When played, this spell prevents the effect of a curse and puts it in the Old God discard pile. That seems decent, I guess. I probably could look at like, because this is basically the spell version of all the like one-shot effects, right? Like it's the same as like Banish from Existence or Demolish or Scorched Earth. But the problem is those are all, say, destroy, and you can't destroy a curse, really. I mean, you could say destroy a curse, but I feel like that just is confusing. When played, this spell prevents the effect of a curse and puts it in the Old God discard pile. Does spell have like a special word index for it? Spells, it's plural. One day I'll need to fix that, but maybe I won't ever. Who knows? And curse. What about curse? Is curse just curse? Do I have curse in here? It is called curse. Okay. Wait, how... So how would that work? Like a trap card or of some sort? where it's reactionary because it's really cool. And there could be more like that. Well, spells can be played at any time. That's the thing. So you can play a spell whenever. That's like that's like spells things, you know? So yeah. Technically, I guess you could play the spell or dispel, and then the second a curse would come out, it just instantly negates it, is probably how that would work. It would just stand until a curse is played, but it doesn't really change. Like, I think that's worse than just playing it when the curse comes out, right? What's the cost on this? Tebow, your tree's looking good. I almost feel like the first one, well, I also think one of the things with trees, you stop me if I'm critiquing you without you asking, but you said you don't know, so I'm gonna talk about it for a second. A lot of time you don't really see a lot of the branches. Like, the problem with like side view of trees is a lot of time it goes like you hardly see this stuff, you know? Maybe I'm wrong. I think the biggest thing though here is yeah, actually like this sort of shading here to show like where the branches would go up, you know? I don't know. I'm not actually that great at trees either. It's really kind of not to say you're not great at trees, but tree side view. Also, just like making it look pixely is difficult. I mean, I guess if you look at a lot of trees, you don't really see, I mean, some of them, I guess you would see the branches, but like something like this, you don't see it at all, right? It just kind of... I don't know. I guess it depends on the tree, right? I guess usually like the weight of it kind of goes... It's more curved than straight. I think part of it is like the trunk being short looks kind of interesting with that. I never know how to like make these look like they go into the ground. I think you're doing a good job, but I always draw the like the pointy part of the root. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Anyway, just my random thoughts. Anyway, you're doing great. You just keep at it. You'll get it. Probably better than me. Yeah, I don't know how to do the shading. I do whatever looks, whatever this look is. The wild colors. I mean, it looks pretty good to me. What's the... There could be a spell that prevents Old God card draw for a certain amount of cards. That could be cool, yeah. Negate the next card. Well, sort of. But they didn't have to work. Well, yeah, I don't know. Or one that deflects attacks like altruism. On that note, what if there was a hero or structure that benefits from being hit and surviving? That's kind of cool, actually. That could be effect for beats. I kind of do like that. Although that'd be really good in an altruism deck. Like something like when hit with an attack and is not destroyed, gain 2 units or something. This feels more like an altruism card, but that is kind of cool. I don't know what the Beats card would be. I'm gonna put this not here because I feel like that is an altruism card for sure, but I don't know. I mean, I guess altruism card could go in the humanity deck, but I don't know. We'll just put in random ideas for now. And we decide to look at Beats, we'll take a look at all those. As we know, humanity cards should rely on like placing cards somehow, but I don't know. Do you see Beats card being serious or an Easter egg? It's a serious card. I mean, it's not like, I won't call it the Beats card. It'll be like, you know, like Royal Knight or something, because that's kind of what my card looks like, you know. Something along those lines. We need a cost for Dispel. When this card is played, I could see it also being a card where a minion is played. I like the effect of the card not being necessarily like it shouldn't be related to the thing. Like it shouldn't be like anything curse related. I can see it being like not able to play spells, but I feel like that, I mean, maybe. Could it be that like players can't play spells for a turn? What's the cost? I need to look at the cost on its companion cards. Banish from existence, disables the hero of your choice. Yeah, that makes sense. Play one less card per turn as demolish, right? Trigger lands instantly. I think probably, I guess, you can not play spells for until the end of your next turn, I think is probably the one that makes the most sense. You cannot play spells till the end of your next turn. It's like anti-magic, whatever. In lore, it makes sense too. Is it till? Until? Okay, yeah. Until the end of your next turn. My brain is failing me at this point. I don't know why. I need to sleep better. Probably half my problem with everything. I just don't sleep well enough. That effect could fit then, but the issue is you look too much like the king. I mean, I don't think my character, I mean, he has a helmet, right? I don't have a, it's not like he's bald. But I guess, you know, I see your point, because the king does look like me. It doesn't have to necessarily be Royal Knight either. It could just be like, I don't know. I figured Knight makes sense because it's just armor, but shrug. Put them next to each other, I guess. Knight became the king. True. I'm not saying Beats isn't the king, but I've never seen Beats and the king in the same room together. You know what I mean? Beats. People. Beats. Oh, I don't have them say whatever. You don't really see my eyebrows in this, so that kind of helps, you know. My beard shape's different. I don't think we look that much alike without the you get rid of the helmet, sure, you know, because I have eyebrows, but they don't look too much the same in this context. Your eyebrows grow with age. Honestly, they kind of do. I think having both tanks would be a weird coincidence. I mean, I think he was really wide for a second. I think with it would make the most sense to have it be something along the lines of like, if this card is played, then, or like when this card is played, do X. I guess kind of like Osgathian Warrior, but maybe that's too much like Osgathian Warrior then. I don't know. I don't know. Could be like when this card is played, or when another card is played, this card gains 2 units or something. Could be interesting. Yeah. Beard and eyebrows grow with age, apparently. I do think I feel like I look older with my big beard. I feel like I've like aged like 5 years from growing this beard. I feel like an old man now. I was like looking at the clip that you guys clipped of me the other day, and I was like, man, I look old. Anyway, I think that's it. I think we're done. We've lost all our viewership. Everyone's gone. Sort of. Oh, look, Fran. Hi, Fran. What are you working on, boss? I just made, I guess I got to implement it into the game. I just made this card, which is the Dispel card. I'm probably about to be soon to be done. I gotta actually implement the card. I forgot to update my spreadsheets, you know. Dispel. Yeah, it like negates another spell. Essentially. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Basically, let's see. Is it, do I have it updated? Oh, I gotta make sure I did everything right here. I did not do that right. Oh wait, no, I did. No, I didn't. Okay. The spell needs the art in there. Yeah, how are you doing today? We need to let's see if I did that right. I did. If you haven't seen Fran before, go check her out. She does photography editing. I think I saw you playing some games the other day too. Yeah, she's also a streamer. Go check her out. Or else. I need to feel those. I know a few witches casting spells on me. And they've been working. They be working. I'll be sure to send you a copy of the card. Maybe it will help. Sorry, my brain's moving at like 0 miles per hour. Need to upload the art. It's moving real slow. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't stay like too much longer because I have a trip I need to go on, which was going to be Sunday, but there's going to be a big old storm around these parts. I tell you what, and it's not going to be great for whatever. So I gotta leave tomorrow instead of Sunday. So
But yeah, I do be playing games. I've been getting into Ark. Shit's tough. Yeah, I haven't tried Ark. I do think I would like it, probably. I've been playing a lot of PUBG lately, honestly. You're just popping in on homies. Yeah, no worries. But I'm just, yeah, indeed. I think Canada/US is getting hit with a big old storm. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. See you next week, King. I have my eye on you. Eyes on you. I saw only one eye and then I read eye, you know, whatever. Here we are. Yeah, I was gonna say I won't be here for a whole week, which is kind of crazy. There we go. Look at that. When played, this spell prevents the effect of a curse and puts it in the discard pile, in the old god discard pile. When this card is played, you cannot play a spell until the end of your next turn. Yeah, I think it turned out pretty cool. I think it looks good. I'm in the Midwest, and it's like 12 days of cold. Yeah, the problem for me is that I won't say exactly where I live, but I live in the South. We'll just say that, Southeast, and we don't get snow. And apparently, we're gonna get 9 inches of snow on Sunday, and that is exactly when my flight was. And I'm like, I think it's time to reschedule my flight. So I pushed it forward more. Which, yeah, 9 inches of snow is not a little amount of snow for where I'm at. Like usually we get like 1 inch, you know, if we're lucky. So the biggest thing I'm worried about is like power and stuff, you know. It kind of sucks that I won't be here, especially because my kitty's here. But my family's around, so hopefully they can take care of her and whatnot. But I just really hope power doesn't go out, because then I'll feel much better. Or like my pipes exploding, you know, that would suck. It's not a little bit of snow in general. It's true. I mean, it depends on if it sticks, right? Like 9 inches of snow and it doesn't stick, it doesn't mean you're getting like 9 inches of snow total, but you know, like 9 inches of precipitation, I guess is what it says. But like the question is like, is all that going to stick to the ground and you're gonna have 9 inches of snow on the ground? Or is it like, you know, whatever. I used to be from New York though. And like, you know, like there would be some winters you're like, it's a 20-inch snowstorm. All right. Just another Tuesday, you know? 9 inches is not little for anywhere, maybe except the best, except at best. Yeah. I can't words. Expected at best. Yeah. You might want to leave the sing stripping so you don't freeze. Kitty might like that too. That's what I was thinking, right? I was like, just in case of like water's an issue, she can drink it. And my mom and or brother should be able to come here and check out stuff. I am a little bit worried about the roads and whatnot. And I thought about like having her stay with them, but they have other animals and she's kind of a scaredy cat and gets anxiety about that kind of stuff. So I was like, I'll put out extra food, extra water, leave the sinks dripping, and build her a little burrow hole that she can hide in. I'm only gone for like a week, so she should be fine regardless. But I don't think it's gonna get that bad. I expect it to snow and maybe power goes out and stuff, but I feel like all the ice will melt. So that's fingers crossed about all that. But worst case, I call my neighbor and tell him to ask him to check in on my cat. I also have cameras now, so that's kind of nice. I have cameras where I can be like, here, kitty, kitty, and then she'll like, oh yeah, do you hear that? Anyway, but yeah, I hope all ends up well. But yeah, there's barracks. We actually got quite a few cards done. We got way more done yesterday, but not yesterday, Tuesday. I guess we just talked more today. We talked more today, and my brain was a little bit slow. I guess we got a little guy done as well.
We got a little guy and dispel done. Our little guy stack is getting way too tall. You almost won't even be able to tell what they are soon enough. Anyway, you need a slow day after last stream. Sheesh, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, we got 3 little guys done and 2 cards. Although I think we went for like 6 hours last time. It was like our longest stream yet, I think. Like 6 hours, 6.5 hours, if not more. Hold on. Hold on. Hey, you. We can see all her hair on the freaking chair there. Hey, you. Are you looking out the window? What you doing over there? She's very pretty. Try to get my I wonder if my phone camera webcam thing works. I don't think I got it working. I did not. Hey, you. Come here. Come here. Come here. Yeah, hi. Oh, look at that maw. What are you doing? Oh, you gonna show your tummy? He rolls around. Be an exorcist cat. Yeah. So precious indeed. You want pets? Ugh. Hey, you. This is the content y'all are here for, right? She's the real star of the show. You leaving me? Ugh. Anyway. Beautiful cat. Yeah, she's so fluffy. So fluffy and cute. When almost 670. Oh, I was like, you're trying to get me there. I was like 6 hours and 70 minutes. That doesn't make any sense. You were doing a gotcha. You tried. I almost said it. In fact, I may have said it by accident. Anyway, yeah, you're waiting for her to build up the courage to start streaming herself so you can go there and say, yeah, I'll just lay on the floor and she'll be the streamer. 6 hours and 70 minutes. Set it, pack up, chief. I should have just completed what I was saying because I was saying 670, but then I just stopped saying it. You win, Tuna. Anyway, literally pack it up. I'm so smart. You're so smart, Tuna. Actually, I want to do I just want to do this to make myself feel good, you know. We did a spell for altruism, which leaves 9 cards left. That seems like too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's right. We don't really need this anymore. Yeah, we're close. Feels close at least. The ones that are gonna take, well, honestly, the one that is single-handedly gonna take the longest is the mermaid one, but just want to do this to make myself feel good. Writes a paragraph of insults about me. Nah, Tuna. I could never insult you. Sorry, I'm just seeing Tebow's little skeleton dude. I like him. You guys see Tebow's new music? I was about to say music video, but I guess it's a music video, right? It's music he made, and there's a video, and it's got cool art. Check it out. It's good. Did it good. It's also a name we came up with on stream of the song. Why not? I deserve an insult every now and then because I don't want to insult you, Tuna. It'll come out naturally when the time is right, you know? Like when you do something weird in D&D or something, I'll just insult you then, you know? Okay. So I will be gone for a week. Let's go back to here. I will be gone for a week and then I will be back. Should I be surprised that Tebow did something impressive? No. Tebow's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll be gone for a week. I'll be back. I think it's Sunday. Like originally it was Sunday to Sunday, so there's literally gonna be nothing next week. Tuesday the 3rd is when I will be back. Or Tuesday the 3rd is when I will be back streaming. I don't know what we're gonna do. Guys, I'm freaking cooking. Cooking? Nope. Cooking. Jesus. I read it right the first time and then you corrected it and it got worse and then here we are. I like this guy. Call Tebow Chef Boyardee because he's cooking, you know what I mean? You guys even have Chef Boyardee in Europe? Anyway, I need to be done. I'm kind of stalling because I don't want to be done, but I'm tired and I need to do stuff. But good luck. You should dispatch playthrough after the break, or after as a break after the player side of AAE finishes. Yeah, well, I wanted to do it. It was going to be this weekend. I'm not sure. I'm trying to decide if I want to do Chats as D&D every other week or if we want to do it once a month. What's y'all's thoughts on that? Because I think every other week would be good to just kind of figure out how we should be doing it. Because ideally, I think this is kind of like this first sort of set of, you know, playing the existing campaign I have and all that is kind of like a test, you know? Like I think making stuff more tailored for stream and that kind of idea might be better, but I don't know. Once a month after we figure out, but let's keep developing it until then. Like I kind of agree with you, but I think also like figuring it out, like playing it also kind of helps figure out what we need, you know? It gives us a better idea of how to develop it. But I don't know if there'll be many improvements from this one to next one if I just don't have any time to improve on it, you know? So I don't know. I mean, maybe we do dispatch next weekend. It's either that or
or another chat does D&D. Dispatch is probably a good one because there's just a lot going on next week too, or like the following week. I might be starting more work with one of my brother's friends, so things might get tiring because I'm doing physical labor, but we'll see. Anyway, yeah, that's what I'm saying, but we'll talk about it more. Yeah, we'll talk about it Tuesday. We'll see how we feel. We'll probably a dispatch stream next weekend, you know, on the 7th? No, 8th. Dispatch on the 8th. No. Yes. We'll call it that for now. Anyway, let's find someone to raid. I'm just stalling at this point. I'm tired. Don't wanna be done, but also don't have the energy to stop. No. Let's find someone. Who should we raid? Are we following anyone? Could do Billiam again. Mike could do. Kind of half tempted to raid Daryl Talks Games because I like him and he's cool. And he does cool content. You ever seen his video essays? I don't know. We're going to raid him. He's playing Baldur's Gate. And I don't want to overthink it. He's definitely a bigger creator, but he's not as big as a streamer. So, I don't know. I think it'll be cool. Let's do it. I like his video essays. You should watch them. Anyway, we're rating him. Anyway, y'all, thank you all for being here. Get to where you're going. Safe, dudes. Stay warm. Stay warm outdoor. Deer. Anyway, have a good one, everyone. Yeah, see y'all. I will see you all on Tuesday of the following week because, again, I'm gone. But appreciate all that, and I will see you all. I said that already. Anyway, you got it. My dear friend Grot. Right, indeed. All right, y'all. Peace out. I'll miss y'all. Goodbye.
Okay, I think I might have a yes, folks rating these creations.